Okay, there. I have an
Do you have clear audio from me?
Yeah, I have what do you call it? I have a voice recorder, an external recorder, so that my voice when I edit the video, because if I just use the computer audio for me, then you'll sound good, but I'll sound like shit. So I have like an external of.
Yeah, you use like a Zoom or something, no? The microphone. No?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Whatever. Yeah. So let's talk. Yeah, I try to answer your questions. I don't know if it's gonna be satisfying for your purpose, but.
No, man. I just kind of like, I don't know if you've seen any of my other videos, but I talk about all types of stuff on here, like. But basically, I usually start out with you introducing yourself and telling me, like, or telling everybody, like, more about yourself, where you're from, what your name is, what you've been doing.
Okay, so basically, my name is Juraj. I'm from Slovakia. I am traveling for many years as a street performer, like. Let's call it like punk rock one-man band. That's how I like to call it. So I am trying to be geographically independent in like a different way than, let's say, digital nomads or like digital entrepreneurs. But
it looks like you're doing pretty good too with the guitar.
Well, it depends. It really depends. Like now, I'm stuck in Japan for some time. Because I also work, so in winter I worked as a ski instructor for like until this fucking virus came here, Then like the guests stopped coming in. So anyways, my flights were cancelled, and here I am, in Fukuoka renting an apartment, which is quite interesting. I'm gonna show you because it's in the center, but it's very cheap because the guy who is owner. He is like selling some Japanese porn movies, so he's got like a bit of a collection in here. You wanna see? Like, I don't know, it's a sex shop or something. The small Japanese dildos, the size is like. So
he's a pornographer.
He is not a pornographer because he is just like selling videos which somebody else already shooted. I think he's not tied to Yakuza or anything. He sounds like he is like some sort of office worker in the normal time. He's like maybe, I guess, between 40, 50, closer to maybe 50, because Asians look younger than they are.
So how the hell did you meet this guy?
English, so it's hard to like really get information from him. It's not much communication between us. We just. Yeah. But it's interesting life situation. I am having a flat 200 meters from the Shinkansen, the speed rail station, the main station of the city. I can go there in flip-flops, like in pyjama, if I had a pyjama, which I don't. But and I pay like 40,000 yen for a month, which is like 400 American dollars, maybe 390. It's a good price, yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. How'd you get hooked up with that?
It's just some random dude from Hong Kong in the hostel, and he said like, "Hey, you want some cheap accommodation? But there is a catch." And I was like, "What kind of catch?" He was like, "Yeah, that dude has it like a sort of like a small warehouse for like some online sex shops or something." I was like, "Yeah, like whatever." It doesn't endanger my mission in any way, so like, why not? He's coming here, every day he's here for like 2 hours and watching some Japanese porn videos with like without that pixelation on that dicks. It's quite interesting because if you go like,
yeah, that's illegal, right? They're not allowed to show dicks.
Maybe the guy who is putting those pixels on the dicks there, I don't know. It's just like looks like that a little bit.
So he's supposed to edit that before he sells it?
I don't know. I really didn't pay too much attention. When he's there in the office, I just hear like this high frequency moaning of the, come on. You all have to know.
That's
Japanese
funny.
porn sounds. Anyways, yeah, that's my living situation right now. Like it is in Japan, you know, the lockdown was not imposed since day one. They had like one of the first cases outside of China, and they have state of emergency since 6th April, which actually means just that shops should close voluntarily. It's not like enforceable by the law, because like in Japan they cannot close anything. It's like anti-constitution, so people closed a lot of places, you know, like big shopping malls are closed, or like some karaoke places or pachinko, you know, is the gaming places are closed. But still there are some pubs where you can go and drink a beer, for example, or like 7-Eleven at 3 a.m. you can go there and buy a beer. But there, it's not like you meet the same amount of people in the streets, you know, there is like maybe 20-30% of the people in the streets, and nightlife is basically dead, you know, it's just like not what it used to be. But still the freedom is here, you know, you can go wherever you want to do stuff, you know. Japanese people are afraid, they are thinking their government fucked up, but I think it's not so bad.
Yeah, it's better than over here in New York, man. That's for sure.
Well, from what I've seen, that on media, it looks pretty bad there. Yeah, like I would not want to be in New York at this time.
Yeah, the economy is going to shit, and nobody has a job. It's really bad.
Every country has the economy going down, probably, but I think like in Europe, where I'm from, you know, Slovakia, we imposed like the lockdown very soon, you know, in my country. So we are like the number one country considering the statistics, you know, in handling the virus. We have only like 20 dead people or something like that. I didn't know, 1,400 cases, and we are already reopening things. And I'm probably not be able to get back home to my country anytime soon. Not that I plan to, but like things are slowly probably reopening, you know, like the borders inside the Schengen in European Union were closed for like a long time, and there is what is happening now in Europe is like they are creating like small Schengens, they call it, between certain countries which have the situation kind of under control. So there will be something between Austria, Czech Republic and Slovakia. Hungary wants to get there too, but like I don't know how is it going to happen. And I heard something similar is like Estonia, Lithuania, and that part, that they are reopening some borders in between. Here in Asia, I think Vietnam now is getting reopened soon, maybe in June or something, from what I heard. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen because they don't have any more new cases, you know. Yes.
My friend is in.
Pretty limiting.
My friend is in Bosnia right now.
Bosnia.
Yeah, you'd probably like him. He's a musician too. Him and his brother, they have this band called The Reaction. You ever heard of it?
No.
It's like a rock band. But they're.
I like rock. I like rock.
You probably like them. I don't know. You might not, but who knows? But they have like I don't know what they sound like. They sound kind of like. You ever heard of Static X?
Static X, yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of like them. Guy kind of sings
That's
like
pretty
that.
good.
But you know how rock really isn't that popular now, so they're just kind of like going.
Oh, depends where, you know.
Yeah, they're only like touring in countries where it is popular. Yeah.
Now, for example, Indonesia, Malaysia, and maybe even other places in Southeast Asia, they have like the rock times, or they had before the corona thing, you know. I don't know how it's now, but like they had a pretty big underground scene for like rock music. I've seen, like, I was quite surprised like how many people go to like rock gigs. And I had the experience of playing in maybe 30 countries, like on the street, you know.
How many countries have you been to? I mean, what countries have you been to?
Many.
You forgot all the countries?
Hard to name them, you know. It's not that many, but like it is. It would take some time, you know. It's thinking, you know. But like.
You've been to Asia. You've been to Russia. Have you been to Russia?
Russia, no. No, it's a we need like visa for Russia, and I was like not in the mood totally to deal with it. It's on my bucket list. Yeah, I want to go someday, but maybe now is not the best time ever to go. Now is maybe Belarus.
You've been to Belarus?
Don't have any lockdowns now. Yeah, I heard that Belarus is surprisingly doing quite okay.
What about Ukraine?
Ukraine is doing good, yeah. I heard they're doing pretty good with this virus thing. Maybe we will reopen borders because with Slovakia we have like our eastern border is with Ukraine, you know. So maybe I hope they will open, you know, because Ukraine is like a good place to be in Europe. It is cheap, you know, the beautiful women out there, and cheap alcohol, like cheap accommodation, very cultural place, very friendly, you know.
You've been there? Have you been to Ukraine?
Yeah. I've been many times to Ukraine. It's just like if you just cross the border from Slovakia, it's like entering already another world. Like in Slovakia, I don't smoke, you know, but like when I was like 14-year-old, I was selling cigarettes from Ukraine from some dealer, you know, just like just making some money. They've been terrible cigarettes, you know. Everybody just bought them once and then they never see me again, but was a good way to make some pocket money, you know, back in the day. But still, you can go like now in 2019, you could go and see that a pack of cigarettes costs like around €1, maybe in Ukraine. And it's crazy. You can still see those babushkas selling potatoes on the train station. And
is it illegal?
More cultural.
Is it illegal for them to bring like cigarettes from Ukraine to where it's...
Yeah, it depends on the amount. If you bring one pack, nobody cares, you know. But like, if there is certain amount is reached, it is illegal, of course, and they will take it, or you get in some trouble, or you bribe them, you know. There been some.
Yeah, you can just bribe them, right?
You can bribe the guys on the border. I mean,
if you got enough packs and enough money, you can just bribe them and bring as many as you want, right?
It's not like I don't guarantee you, like don't come to me when you get in some trouble, you know? But like I once bribed the officer on the border between like Slovakia and Ukraine with like an incredibly small amount of money. I was just him, and he was like, yeah, it is like the border pass is only for cars, you know, it's not like for pedestrians.
Yeah.
So he said, I will stab a car for you if you give me some money. And I just didn't have much money, you know. I was like, look, this is all I have. And I was like, okay.
It's just like Mexico, man. Sounds just like Mexico. Mexico, if you look American, they stop you and they'll be like, oh, if you don't want to go to jail, you got to give me some money, just for no reason. They did that to my dad when I was down there a long time ago. So how do you...
Mexico sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, go.
How do you make money living the way you do, like when traveling all over the place and playing guitar? Just playing guitar?
Well,
how do you survive, basically?
Like, I transformed from like just this guy who plays like some 3-chord song and tries to sing along. Now it's like more like a one-man band thing. So I have like a feed drum, you know. I bring it. Oh shit! I have it here. Maybe this.
Yeah. I remember. I saw a couple videos of that.
So that's one thing I'm using, you know. Then I'm using this Street Cube amp. It is like a basic thing, basically for like street performers. And I'm kind of singing. It's like questionable quality maybe, but like I tend to sell it somehow to the people. And then I started to use the harmonicas, you know, like the mild harmonica, and you just have it like on the stand, you know, like Bob Dylan thing. And yeah, that's what I'm doing now. You know, it is making some money in some places. It is very location dependent. Like for example, now I'm in the wrong country for doing this because Japanese people, it's kind of hard to get the attention of people. But still, I found some places where I can make some people listen to me for a while, give me money. So if you work hard, you can survive doing it here. But it is not like such a satisfying feeling to play for a hard audience like this, you know.
What's a good place to play? What's a good country?
Money wise, or like
No,
I
just
don't know,
for the like the music that you play. Yeah, just living the life you do.
oh, Malaysia was amazing. Germany was pretty decent because like maybe you don't get like that much attention, but people are tipping regularly and there is not much trouble with the law. So I guess Germany was pretty good.
Like where? Berlin?
Like in second tier cities, you know, like Braunschweig, or I don't know, even bigger cities like Frankfurt am Main, Hamburg, whatever. It's good. France was not bad, but also smaller cities. Like you don't aim for like Paris because you're gonna get so discouraged. It's like I don't like Paris. Yeah. Where else? In Europe, for example, ski resorts turned out where I work as a ski instructor, and after work there is like a nightlife, you know, places. And playing in front of those nightlife bars, you get some drunk people which have money, which is not a bad combination because
Yeah, I can imagine. You know, drunk people get super friendly. You already know.
yeah, they drop a lot of money sometimes. You know, it's just I would guess like number one factor place, number two factor maybe what you show, how you can entertain the people. Number three factor luck, because it is very luck based, and I don't know, there might be some other factors which I'm not considering at the moment.
What about women?
Yeah. Where women, yeah, sometimes it's like it is like a very polarizing thing, you know. It is just like if some woman asks you like, what do you do for a living, and you say, I play guitar on the sidewalk, you know, it's might be off-putting for them, but like it got me laid a few times, you know, and I just like played the guitar like on the street, and some girl just liked, I don't know, my voice or something, and it's just like
I can imagine, man.
Like intercourse with her like later on.
The artisticness, the creativity.
Yeah,
Some women are attracted
I think,
to that. That's what it is.
It's not like maybe being a rock star totally, but it works in a certain kind of girls, you know. It's just very specific, you know.
Yeah, you might have kids all over the world. You never even know.
I am very careful about protecting my freedom, you know. Like it is when I imagine myself as a father, it's just like imagining myself behind the bars, you know, and I'm like, oh please, why did you do this? Fuck. Let me out, you know. Like, no, I'm 32 tomorrow, actually, my birthday.
You're 32?
I'll be turning 33. That's kind of sucks. Isn't it the age where Christ died, you know? So
oh shit. I'm 33, man. Don't say that.
I mean, whatever, you know. He was a hippie.
Yeah, he was kind of a hippie if you think about that. I agree, man. I think he might have been a little bit of a hippie. People just don't want you to know that.
Yeah, that's what they say, you know. Like, I am not trying to lead a religious conversation in here, but like from what I heard that
don't worry, I'm not
Jesus
religious at all.
Was
man.
like very, very opposite side of the scale than what like the Catholic Church is trying to like present. And I don't know if he even existed, you know. I don't. At this point, I don't care, you know. Like, it's just like.
Well, you know that meme, the one where Mary Magdalene, where Jesus is asking where babies came from, and then you got Joseph looking at Mary, and he's like, "Yeah, Mary, where do babies come from?" You ever seen that one before?
Oh.
Oh man, let me see if I can pull it up on here.
Okay, show me.
The cool thing about this program is that I can share my screen, so I can.
Okay, that's good. Show me.
Just hopefully it doesn't like. My internet is kind of shitty right now because I only use it from my phone. But if I can fucking find it, shit.
If it matters, of course, you know, like we can go there later, and we can talk about something else in the meantime. Whatever.
Yeah. Actually, I switched over to Twitter, which is a lot faster on my computer than Facebook, so I might be able to pull it up.
I never tried Twitter. It's not popular in Europe, you know. Like Twitter is like American thing, I think. Like maybe some other places use it too, but we for sure don't.
Donald Trump made it popular again.
Yeah, I know that Donald Trump is the most famous influencer on Twitter, you know. He's just like, sometimes he got some anger issues that maybe needs some treatment, I don't know. Like maybe now is a good time to search for some help, like psychiatry for him, if he does not want to start like World War III with China or something. But
yeah, I saw this article. After China's like infected pretty much the whole fucking world, now they're like, they had this festival and they're like showing off their fucking new nukes that are supposed to be able to bomb like America in like 5 different places within like 30 minutes. It's like, what the fuck, man?
They have a festival like that, like in China now.
Yeah, I was reading that online. They had some kind of like parade, man.
It's kind of like hard to find like sources nowadays, like which to believe, you know. Like I am always like watching a lot of shit like on YouTube about like China and about like Communist Party, and then it's always like I am just like believe 60%, and still I'm kind of like a little bit like in doubt, because I don't know what's the agenda of the people, you know. Like pretty bad shit coming about China nowadays, you know. It might be true actually, yeah. And more on the side of believing like this Communist Party is a pretty evil institution.
I don't know. Well, it was like I think it was on the New York Post or something like that, which is kind of like a website that is, they care about their reputation. So I don't know. It might be fake news, but
from what I
hopefully it is fake news. Honestly,
from the stuff I've seen and from the people I talk, and this is just like my current opinion, so I'm not like any professional on this or whatever. Yeah, China cares. The Communist Party cares about power, you know, and they care about their image, and their image is maintained via the biggest propaganda machine probably in Asia. I don't know if in the world, but like yeah. So if anything is like harmful for the Communist Party, they are searching for a way how to silence the people, or like you know, they have some internet trolls which are paid just for like going YouTube videos and writing for Chinese comments from what I heard. And I don't know if all of this shit is true, you know. It's just like
yeah, they kind of scare them.
What they say.
They want to scare them into like being quiet.
Yeah, of course, but you've seen like how the whole Hong Kong protests been like a big thing in the media, like in the end of 2019, and now after the virus, they are slowly trying to make Hong Kong in a police state. But again, I think that what I heard, and you know, I don't take my word for it, because I don't want to be just like connected with like spreading misinformation, you know, in the internet.
Oh, here it is. I found it. Finally. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, show me.
Is it showing it? No?
No, I don't see anything. Only you.
Okay, there it is.
Dark room.
You see it?
Yeah, I see Jesus, and he says, "Mom, where do babies come from?" And
He's like, "Yeah, Mary, where does babies come from?"
Okay, you got me. Yeah, Mary, where do babies come from? Yeah, so it is
So getting back to
like, it is the biggest woman lying about her cheating story that got out of proportion, you know. like the Christianity, the religion.
Yeah,
But
to
like
get back
I,
to.
kind of like like you're probably an atheist, yeah, aren't you?
No, I don't know. I guess technically I would be like a agnostic,
Agnostic, okay.
but I'm like I believe in like spirituality, and all that. But
So what is like the spirituality? I never.
I believe
completely
that
understood.
there's stuff that science can't explain. Like maybe ghosts, maybe
UFO,
like maybe
aliens.
telekinesis. Yeah, aliens. Like telekinesis might be real.
And
But
didn't like the NASA now publish some UFO photos or something? Like I just heard like on the internet.
oh yeah, the government just released some shit. I should look that up. But whatever, I don't think I can.
I don't know much about that. I can't. Like I just heard. Yeah. What I heard is like the the singer from Blink 182, like Tom DeLonge, that he recorded some of those shots, or somebody from like some company is running or something, and like that they used those shots.
Yeah, those guys. One of those guys I know from Blink 182 is like super obsessed with that. Fucking UFOs.
You
and
mean
shit.
like you know him personally, or just?
No, I don't know him personally. I just heard that he's really obsessed with that. But I don't think I can show that on here, the video. But I can show the meme. But I don't think I can show that video. But yeah, man,
Yeah.
I saw that video too.
Yeah, it's okay. I would, like, now we are both basically 33, yeah. So like we've seen some shit, and I kind of hope that there is some aliens, like. What could possibly go more wrong than this year, like what, World War III? Well, maybe, but like I would prefer to see some new things happening which I haven't seen before, and like contact with aliens would be one of those things that I would probably, if they don't like annihilate us quickly or something, thing I want to see, like people traveling to Mars or something,
Yeah, that's next, right? Now, first we had coronavirus. Now we have our economy going to shit. What's next?
You're not the only ones, and I am a professional of virology as everybody else nowadays. I'm also a professional on economics, on the world economics, so I can tell you so much valuable information about it as any other dude on Facebook.
What do you know about economics that you can educate us all on?
I don't know. It was an irony. I don't know much about the topic.
I do know that America.
I know you need money to survive. And the more money you have, the better your life will be in the end. And the happier you will be. And probably it is not a correlation, because like I've seen some poor people that are happy, especially like in some third world shitholes, which the people are living like multiple families in one house, and the house is small, and they are eating shitty food, but they are still smiling. So like, I don't even believe those statistics like about the happiest countries, like for example Denmark, they say, or Sweden, Finland, whatever, like that this is the happiest country in the world. I didn't meet too many happy people, happy, like a constant smile kind of happy, as I met from like Philippines or like Indonesia, or Uganda, where the people don't have much material possessions, but they are living in the moment, and they kind of...
What's Philippines like? I've always wanted to go to the Philippines.
I can't say much. I didn't spend too much time in there. It's just crowded place with sunny weather. People speak good English for such a country, so like the level of English is very high in the Philippines.
Are there any hot girls there?
Well, in my opinion, because like if you want to talk about the female beauty and the country, what matters is the country's average. Because there are hot girls everywhere, even in America, probably. But like you don't go to the fashion show and just like look, there are hot girls here in this country. No, you go out in the street and you look, and some random women you meet, and then you are just like, some in here, you know, because like the average woman is not very pretty in my opinion in the Philippines. But there, of course, there are some hot girls there for sure, and I feel lady boys too.
So where would you say has the hottest women out of all the places that you've been? Ukraine?
Yeah, Ukraine. It might be in Europe from what I've seen. And just from what I've seen, you know, is from Europe, I guess it might be Ukraine on average. But maybe it's because they are not fat, you know, because some of the women have like good face. No, good face. I talk like boring. I mean, like they have a pretty face, you know, but then they just like eat shitty food, don't do any sport activity, and then, you know, but like the faces in Ukraine are pretty, the boobs are a little bit smaller. It's like a bit downside.
What about
but in general, they have something certainly charming about them, and they have this softness, you know. They are like look, if you go to Britain or you just like meet some girls from Britain and or Germany, you know, or Netherlands, many times they will talk like a dude, you know, and they will just like their vocabulary is hey man, bro, whatever, and you know, just like sounds a little bit like you are dealing with another guy, you know. They just want this to be like equal or something, I don't know. Mm-hmm. And the girls in like Ukraine, they are very soft, you know, and they speak in a certain way which makes your dick hard, you know. It's just like,
yeah, they're more feminism. I mean, feminine. Feminine.
Use like the terms, you know, like.
I almost said feminist, but I meant feminine.
Yeah, I don't want to go like totally against feminism. I'm not an educated person on this topic, so I want to keep out of the conversation in this way. But there is a certain charisma they have, you know, and even when they speak with the Ukrainian Russian accent, I don't know, it's just like so natural. She doesn't say like I have to do this, but she was I have to do this. And you're just like, oh, come on, marry me.
It's funny, in my class at school that I was in right before we had this, there's I think she's Russian or she's like Ukrainian or something, but I have this one girl in there, and the rest are American girls, and you can tell the difference just by how they behave. Like
the men probably like her more than they like the other girls, don't they?
Well, I'm actually in a group right now where it's nothing but women, and I'm the only guy, and we're working on this project.
Oh, so you found the pussy paradise actually in New York.
I don't know.
Are you studying?
I'm studying marketing, but I'm doing pretty good in the class. So it's like when you're doing good in the class, the girls treat you a little bit better. Because you know they want to do good in the class too.
So you're studying just to meet the girls there, yeah?
No, I'm studying so that I can learn, you know?
Sorry?
I'm studying so that I can learn, but the girls are definitely a plus, because marketing is a very female-dominated field, you know? So there's a lot of women.
Yeah, probably. I was studying, like, on a university, actually, marketing communication.
Where?
Prague, in Prague.
Prague?
Like, first in Slovakia, you know, but like after I went to master's degree, I went to Prague.
I know a girl from Prague,
Slovakia, Czech Republic, you know, it's just like we've been one country for a long time, so it's just
college is free in Europe, isn't it?
Yeah, most of them. The state ones are free. The private ones you pay money. It depends where. If you go to Denmark, they pay you money to study. It's fucked up. Like Denmark, you can make money as a student. And I have.
What if you're an American? Can an American go there and
any nations, man. There are people coming from fucking India or someplace, and they are getting money from Danish government for studying there. I mean, besides that, you have to do some work. So if you just deliver pizza on a bike and you study in Denmark, you get
I didn't know that, man. I'm going to move to Denmark. Shit.
up to like 1,000 euros or something. And Denmark works pretty good as a country, you know. Just from what I've seen, I've been on some office, and you just like no waiting there. They give you coffee, and if you go to an office in my country in Slovakia, it's such a disheartening experience. You know, they just like treat you like a piece of shit, and you have to wait a long time. And the lady working there, she just hates you just because you exist. And second reason why she hates you is that you are wasting her time, you know, and you feel that hatred. So it was like very surprising for me to see like how the Danish institutions work.
That's interesting because the Danish used to be like Vikings, you know.
Yeah, that's what I heard. They even say that they the real Vikings and not like Swedish or Finnish. But one thing what I heard about those universities in Denmark is that they cooperate with companies, you know, like the real life companies, and these companies make use of the students and also sponsor the universities. So that way it is more connected with the real life than like, for example, the education in where I'm from. The state-funded education sucks nowadays because it is like disconnected from reality. You know, they are way in the past, and now the world is changing quickly. So nowhere.
That's interesting.
Whatever.
Well, I'm actually part Norwegian, so that's like
Norwegian.
That's close to Danish to
Norwegian.
Denmark.
I know where's Norwegian. Never been to, but like it's
very small portion. Not very.
It's like
much.
a big country with not too many people. You have like the same amount of people of Slovakia, like 5 million, but like a lot of bigger countryside. You know, like a lot of mountains, fjords. I think like whatever. I've seen many videos from there. It's on my bucket list. I heard it's very expensive. You know, so if I go there and can make good money busking, then why not? You know, but Europe, I usually do sleeping in the car. You know, so like.
Oh yeah, I saw the video. You had like you were driving a car all over the place.
In Europe, yeah. In Asia, no. In Asia, it's the hostels or like taking the flight, etc. It happened to me that like in Taiwan, I met this lady who had like a big house, and when I was playing in the street actually, and it was like probably the first woman that I fucked which didn't like have any English knowledge. So we've been just like having sex and talking through Google Translate. Like,
I've only done that like 2 times so far. That's so hard, man. It's like very rare.
It was the perfect. No. It was the perfect girl. She was never my girlfriend. I mean, but like she came to visit me in Slovakia, and my friends been so jealous. They've been like, "Yeah, man, you just ain't a kid." All you have to do is find some girl which doesn't have the same doesn't share a language with you. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of the truth, because like she's never bitching about anything, it's just like because she doesn't have a language.
Because you don't know, because you can't talk to each other.
Yeah, everything is okay.
You never say, you can't say anything to fuck it up, You can't say anything to piss her off. If
she has to Google Translate everything, or they have, I think, each other line or something, they have a translator there, So, like, there's also, like, they say something and it's translating, but, it always gets misinterpreted, It's never, like, 100% the same thing, as you say. So they always make sure that it's important thing what they're gonna say,
So how many languages do you speak?
Well, my language, Slovak, and from the last, Slovak and Czech, it's pretty much almost the same, so it doesn't really count, but like I can speak Czech. Rozumíš, vole? Polish, very like. I say I still can't communicate in Polish. I learned because I lived near the border with Poland, but it's also not like very good knowledge, so I cannot have conversation about like politics or something. Same goes for Russian. I learned Russian from YouTube because.
Oh shit! You speak Russian too? That's a good language to know.
Я говорил по-русски немножко.
Ты говоришь по-русски?
Немножко. И ты тоже говоришь по-русски?
Приятно познакомиться. Or how's it go?
Приятно познакомиться. И как тебя зовут?
Ko. Как вас зовут?
Меня зовут Юрий, как русский космонавт Юрий Гагарин. Приятно познакомиться. If you want the important sentence, which I don't know if it like really works, but it sounds pretty badass, yeah. Like it says like я не говорю по-русски, але я прохожусь.
Oh, говорю по-русски. That means I speak Russian, right?
Я говорил по-русски, але я прохожусь как король. Maybe I said some parts wrong, but it means I don't speak Russian, but I fuck like the king. And I'm pretty sure I made some mistake in that sentence, but okay, I'll leave it out.
And if you don't,
they will still understand it. Right? When you say, they're still gonna understand.
I would probably say "Ty говоришь по-английски" and just try to find out who speaks English if I went there. Yeah.
Yeah, говоришь по-английски. Now I'm trying to learn Japanese from YouTube actually. It is going super slow, so I can't say any much. But you speak English is Ingo Honesimaska or something like this.
It's a lot different than Russian.
It's actually sounds nice, you know. Like Japanese language is one of, if not the only nice sounding language in Asia. Most of the languages sound
horrible, right?
Listening to Led Zeppelin backwards, you know, like
fucking Filipino. It's like
Tagalog is not the worst, you know. And they speak Tagalog in Philippines. That's quite alright. But like Thai, you know, like for me, Thai is like if you go to the intro of "Welcome to the Jungle" from Guns N' Roses. You know what you want. You're in the jungle, baby. You're gonna die. But you play it reversed, you know? That's like the sound of Thai language to me. Like if you play it backwards, I think that you get. I think like that's how Axl Rose got his way of singing to listening to some lady boy in Bangkok.
Oh man, I bet a lot of people in Thailand.
And he'll be like, oh, this is actually cool. Imagine it with the guitar.
I bet a lot of people in Thailand listen to Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, absolutely. They, from what I've seen, they like the rock music over there. Like, they still have it's Southeast Asia, basically. They like rock quite a lot.
Yeah, they have a lot of karaoke probably too. I know in Japan, that was how I met most of the women, was karaoke. You should try that.
In Japan?
Yeah, you do karaoke in Japan yet?
No.
Oh, you gotta do karaoke, man. It's the easiest way
I've
to get
been in
laid.
the winter resort, but it was like a shitty karaoke, you know, like it's not, because like the Asian karaoke is different than like European kind of karaoke, you know, when they have like these separate rooms where they hire the room and then they go and they are like there with their party friends and
Not all places are like that. There's some that are like open. Like there's this. If you go to Osaka, there's this place called the fucking Drunken Clam, like Family Guy. I actually know the owner there. He's a pretty cool guy.
Maybe if I go to Osaka, now they had like Osaka was one of the Corona hubs, you know. So like now there might be places closed there a lot.
Yeah, you should go to the Drunken Clam. It's not like
I'll definitely want to go. I'll stay in Japan for some longer period of time now because of the closed borders and like fucking coronavirus.
It's not like the traditional karaoke over there. If you go to the Drunken Clam,
I like karaoke.
It's karaoke just like
karaoke
America,
It's like everybody together in one room.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is.
It's a good place even to like meet some girls, because like usually they're drunk. People don't go singing sober state. Like most of the people need to drink alcohol to sing, So it is like a good place to find like
Exactly. You should go to Osaka. You would fuck so many girls if you went to the Drunken Clam, especially with all the music,
Sorry?
You would fuck so many girls if you went to the Drunken Clam, especially with all the
Osaka.
all the songs that
I'm packing
you.
my shit right now. Look, I already have some stuff in the luggage. So I would have to go to Tokyo for sure to renew my passport. I kind of don't want to go there because, like, I think like now it is now it had like a lot of this virus spreading around there, but like it will be probably bad idea to go too much on the public transport, and how can you move around Tokyo if you don't want to pay a shitload of money for a taxi? So I waited out a little
Yeah, Tokyo is
bit.
expensive
I think
as
Japanese
fuck.
people will, they know how to solve crisis situations, they had like a tsunami, they had like Fukushima, and everything is back to normal in like no time, so I have a trust in this country, like they have a very good like crisis management or something, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I might move to Japan one of these days, honestly. I got a kid out there. But
You got a kid in Japan. Are you paying like money for the kid or something?
of course, man.
Is it expensive?
Well, I'm definitely not, I'm not rich, so I don't know. It's definitely a good chunk of money.
Okay, so like you basically are based in New York City, and you are paying a school, which is probably costly, like in USA. So like, what is your main source of income, like to cover the child and study and traveling and everything?
Well, I'm kind of a tech guy, man. I'm good with a lot of things. I can make apps. I can make websites.
That makes money, yeah, for sure.
I can market websites. I can build people's social media. So it's like, I don't know. And with tech, the demand is still pretty high. I mean, but it's getting lower. Work-wise, there's more people that are.
For the social media thing, or for like
No, just tech in general, whether it's
is
programming.
Is it?
Well, I made a lot more money. I made money easier before. It seems like more and more people are getting into it. So there's.
Yeah. Again, like I'm professional on every single topic, and we can bring, like, from biology. So in this case, my answer, what I think it's because of, is like the global economy, because now you cannot compete with some Indian guy on Fiverr who can just.
Oh yeah, that too. That's definitely. But still, a lot of people aren't willing to work. Like, especially big businesses, they don't give a fuck about how good some guy in India is because they don't know him. They'd rather meet you in person, which is the great thing about.
There are now reviews. Like they can get rating from multiple people and.
Yeah, but people can always lie on that shit too.
My experience with Fiverr, I was kind of hopelessly editing some video, and I'm very slow with computers because I'm like ADHD, distracted. So I was like, fuck this shit. I'm gonna hire some guy from Sri Lanka or someplace, to finish it for me. And I found a dude from like Jamaica who could do. Yeah, he could do the edit for me, like for 100 euro. It's like 110 American dollars for like.
You paid somebody $100 to edit a video for you? Fuck.
From 12 to 6 minutes, and he did a pretty good job actually. So
I would do a good job if you were paying me $100 too, man. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but now I'm on the opposite side of scale, like. Now with the Corona thing, the amount of money I make with street performing is not good, like I am still living from the savings from the winter. Of course I make something on the side, but it's just like decreasing my downfall. So I am searching for like a way to maybe I will edit the videos too, even though I kind of don't like working on a computer too much, it's just taking out my soul, just like making me so I'm just like in the face of overthinking this, how to make money on internet kind of thing.
Yeah, well, you got the right idea, what you're
Maybe I'll
doing.
ask the porn guy in the house if I can just join the porn industry in Japan. I heard that they don't have too many men working there, only women.
Nah, you would probably. They would probably get the Yakuza on you because you know how Japanese men are,
Yeah. I have not dealt
They don't
with
want no
Yakuza
competition,
yet, But I got kicked out of a jacuzzi because of my tattoos, And they don't.
I don't even. Oh man, I don't know if I want to hear that story. That was here. That was there in Japan.
Yeah.
You got kicked out of a jacuzzi in Japan.
In an onsen, because in Osaka actually, it was in Osaka 3 years ago. I didn't know, I was just there like sleeping the night out because you can sleep in some of these like big onsens. And then when I went to the onsen, like undid my shirt and they're like, oh, no tattoo. Oh my god.
Oh, that was 2 years ago.
3 years ago.
They're still crazy about the tattoos, huh?
Yeah, I think. So anyways, I went to onsens in the ski resorts and they don't care there because there is like mostly Australian people, skiing in Japan is overtaken by Aussies, it's just like more Aussies than Japanese.
There's a lot of fucking Aussies in Japan, I noticed.
Yeah,
that.
a lot of fucking Aussies, man. Like, that's mate everywhere.
I know, right? New Zealand and Aussie. That's what I saw the most of.
Yeah. Anyway, so what did we talk? Yeah, Yakuza. Yeah. Like, I was performing in the hooker street, Nakasu is like a hookers district, basically. It's a nightlife district, but a lot of like prostitutes.
Where was that?
In Fukuoka. Before the lockdown, it was like, no lockdown, before the state of emergency, there was never a lockdown. I went there and played, on the street, and
Did you get harassed by Yakuza?
I was harassed by some dude who was claiming he is Yakuza because I had to tip 10,000 yen from somebody, and I was like,
oh shit,
kind of happy that somebody tipped so much money. And these guys did like 5,000 for him and 5,000 for me. And
wow.
I was like, you didn't make those fucking money. And he was like really annoying. And I was, in my head, I was getting ready to like elbow punch him, and run, get away soon. But I know like that's not the thing, like what you should do as a gaijin, because...
Yeah. They'll put fucking needles through your face and shit. You ever seen Ichi the Killer?
Say what?
You ever seen that movie Ichi the Killer? It's a Japanese a really fucked up movie about the Yakuza. Shit's fucking crazy.
I must watch. I don't watch movies recently. Like, when I come home, I want to fall asleep. I usually will listen to Rogan's podcast or something because for me it's like easy to fall asleep when people are talking, so I don't have to watch the screen, and then like not being involved in the conversation makes me kind of fall asleep easier, so it's helping me with my sleep regime, which is like all over the place, it's just like sometimes I fall asleep at 6 in the morning, sometimes, and so anyways, I have not seen many movies recently, really not.
Well,
when I go with some
enough.
girl, watch a movie, we see like 10 minutes of the movie. Anyways. So,
I hate to fucking cut it short because I really enjoy talking to you, but my fucking girlfriend keeps blowing up my phone. But I think
your fucking girlfriend is blowing up your phone. Okay, say hi to your fucking girlfriend and...
But I got we got a lot of interesting stories on here, and I definitely want to have you on.
If it has any people watching it, if it has any success, I can come again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You should be on again.
Okay, say hi to your fucking girlfriend and sayonara.
All right, thank you, man. Appreciate it. And this is Captain George, or...
GloryMidnight.com